Nicole O'Neill once said, when you find the courage to use your voice, it has the power to positively inspire and change the lives of others. It is one of the special gifts you have to offer the world. It is something to be cherished and championed, never hidden. And that is why we are here on Your Voice, Your Impact. I am the energetic EJ. I am a life and transformational coach, and I work with women aged 40 and above to turn their abandoned dreams into achievable goals by activating their voice for impact. I'm also a podcaster and an event host. On this show with me is
Great, so amazing. The goal of this show is to help people use their voices to create impact. I am a physicist and a life coach. What I do for my clients is I help them build systems to achieve their goals whilst having fun doing it. On this show, we discuss topical issues that can inspire you to move. Like, subscribe, and share. Welcome aboard.
All right, good afternoon and welcome to another episode on Your Voice, Your Impact. I hope that you're well this beautiful Monday afternoon or morning, depending on where you're connected from, or Monday evening. Like for me here in the UAE, it's evening now. For my co-host, let me bring out up Gracie. It's afternoon in Nigeria. Hello, Gracie. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. It's been raining cats, dogs, and what's the name of that animal?
It's been raining in Abuja.
Serious,
Ooh, it's
but the rain
super
has
hot
gone.
out here.
It's hot
It's
over there.
super hot. Oh, super. Like if I say it's not just hot, it is super duper hot. We're talking
Wow.
42 degrees hot and humid. So if you take a walk from your place to the bus stop and you spend anything between 5 to 10 minutes, it's like your blood is boiling and you're melting. That's why these days I don't even bother. Makeup is not in my agenda at all because you walk 5 minutes, you're all sweaty and sticky. So yeah, but we're enjoying it. We're used to it. But yeah, I think the global warming just keeps getting funnier every year. Like this year, we didn't experience rain that much. But was it last year that we experienced a crazy type of rain that led to flood that was really scary? So this year is like no rain for us. We took all the rain we needed last year. But yeah, that's it about the weather. And the weekend was great. We bless God for that. So yeah, how was your own weekend?
My weekend. I don't know if this is from my end. It's lagging, and I'm not
It's
sure
lagging,
if this
yeah?
network.
Okay.
Let me cut this network. A very serious warning because we're not about that today. Today I've been looking forward to having this conversation, and the network is doing it's turning on
Yeah,
its
no, I'm
own.
not sure if it's my network or your network. So, hi guys, if you're watching us, whether on YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook, can you please confirm if I am breaking or Gracie is breaking? One of us is breaking. So, I need to know from which end so that I know if it is mine and maybe I don't know if I can adjust or something. But please kindly let us know if you can hear us clearly and everything is okay. Um, yeah, but okay. So, Gracie, do you want to try again? Because you were actually breaking, and I don't know if I'm breaking now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can actually hear you, and I think the network issue is from my end. So if I don't know eventually if this is going to get to you, but I'm switching my network so that I can get a better. I
Okay.
think I'll try the other one to see if it will
Okay,
work better.
fantastic. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you, even though your video is not matching, but we can hear what you just said. So we'll give you a minute to do that, to do the switch. While Gracie is switching her network, again, if this is your first time on your Voice Your Impact show, here, what we do is we amplify voices for impact. We believe that every single human being on earth has an impact that it can contribute to the world. And it doesn't mean that you are a popular person, a celebrity, a head of any, you can be anyone, but we truly believe that the fact that you are here on earth means that you have an impact. But now, what you do with your impact, is left to you. You can be intentional about it, or you can be unintentional about it. Like if you're not intentional, it means you're unintentional about it. So, but regardless of whether you're intentional or unintentional, you are impacting somebody, at least one person. But what we are inviting you to do is to be intentional about it, and not just do things and keep the things that you do to yourself, but you can use our platform to amplify your voice about that thing that you do. And sometimes we make our discussions or conversations around themes. And the theme for this season is friendships. So we started this season 3 weeks ago, and it's been amazing, hosting duos, friends, or people who have been friends for more than 4 years. And I think our very first duo on the show 2 weeks ago, they've been friends for over 20 years. Like, I was like, what? 20 solid years. And they've been good friends, doing life together, keeping each other accountable. Their story was very inspiring, and it really taught me a lot about trust, about vulnerability, and about God, the God factor in any type of relationship. So if you didn't catch that, you should go watch the replay. I bet you will learn something, and they were so fun. We laughed all through that episode. And then last week we had a duo, two males, two young guys. And it's beautiful to know that even in this generation of Gen Z, where this is the era where individualism is being portrayed, the message of trust nobody is being propaganded, right? It's being broadcasted, and it's difficult for you to say, I can't trust anybody, don't trust anybody. But it was so refreshing to see young people. Like, these are two people who met in uni, and then they've been doing life together, building businesses together, building community together, and impacting the younger generation. And I'm like, that is so beautiful and so helpful and so interesting, you see. And so this is our third duo that we're having on this series, and I believe it's going to be amazing, because if you saw the flyer, you see how gorgeous these two people are, and if you read their profile, you see how bam they are, right? So we're curious to know how they've been able to keep close for over a couple of years, right? So thank you for joining us, Israel. Thank you so much. Okay, Israel says your sound is good and Grace's sound is okay now, but the video is lagging. Okay, I think she has changed her network now, because I can see that our video is moving. So Gracie, do you want to say something? Let's know that your video is matching your sound.
Exactly. I was going to try that myself. I think we're good to go and ready to pop.
Fantastic. I love it. Okay, so we're ready to go. Thank you so much for everyone who is joining us, whether you're joining on YouTube, on LinkedIn, or on Facebook. Please do well to share this link to somebody who you know should be a part of the conversation. Really, we're talking about friendship today, and we're just curious to know for our guests what has kept them going. What is their secret sauce? I don't know that they're going to divulge everything for us to do, but we are out as much as we can from them today and from their story. So please do well to share this link. And if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, what are you waiting for? Like, what? We have truckload of value loaded conversations we've had over the last 2 years. So please, you can binge on our channel, you can share it with your friends and family. So please do click that subscribe button and support the work that we do here. Without further ado, I'm going to invite our guest up on stage. Today we have a beautiful duo, Nneka and Nanchin. Say triple N. Are they from the north? Let's find out. Of course, obviously, Nneka is not from north, but let's find out. Maybe they met at the north. We don't know. We're going to find out about that shortly. Hello, Nneka. Hi, Nanchin. Welcome.
Hello.
How are
Hello.
you feeling today?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for, I know you both are busy people. So thank you for taking out time, your lunch break, to be here with us to share your story. And we appreciate you for being here today.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So it's my
All
pleasure to meet
right.
you. I've seen you on flyers, but now we're meeting
Good to finally
virtually.
meet you.
Same here.
Love it. Oh, like, I'm seeing a pattern here. What's happening? Somebody in the comment section says, see my bestie, and her name or his name starts from N too. What's going on here?
Who is that? What's the
It says
person?
it's one Joseph Emeka.
Okay, that's her bestie.
That's our bestie. Okay, so you see, okay. We are dragging bestie now. Please, the only bestie we want to even now is the bestie on the screen.
I'm the original one.
He's our
Since I'm here on this
and
show.
our partner, our business partner.
I love
Yes.
it. Okay, so I'm just going to give you about 1 minute or 2 minutes each to tell us about yourself. I know we've read your profile. We have your profile on the description of this particular episode, but we want to hear from you. If you're going to introduce yourself to us in a way that is memorable, how would you introduce yourself? Any of you can go first, but the next person should just go after the first person.
Let me
They
allow
after
my
you.
senior. No, go ahead.
I knew we were going to do
My
that.
senior. Let me allow my senior to go ahead.
So okay, today I'm your senior. So we always argue about who is older. So and we argue about a few things. There are a few things we said we are going to settle at the foot of the master. So this is one of them. So I'm Nneka, like you can see on the screen. So I do a whole lot. Primarily, I am a banker. Then when I am not banking, I am doing other businesses. I'm a serial entrepreneur, someone that reads voraciously. I'm a voracious reader. That's how I like to introduce myself. I do a whole lot. Anything that my mind tells me it's time to do, I jump in. I don't second guess myself very often. So I met Grace through dance. So we do a whole lot. Then outside our secular jobs and the other side attractions, we do family, then we do the two of us.
I love that laugh so much. Okay, please.
You
Madam
don't want
Junior,
to know.
over to you.
You don't want to know the other part. Okay, so I'm Nanchin. I am originally a lawyer. I was called to bar like 20 years ago. 19 years, sorry, 2006. But along the line, I've had to follow my passion, which is cooking. I started cooking, and then eventually we turned it to business, and here we are today. And during the course of this program, I'll tell you a lot about this young woman and my business and friendship. How you can just put a line. But let's just leave that for now. I'm a mother, a friend, a caterer, a lawyer, and I'm female.
I love it. I love it. I see. Yeah. So if you can mute if you're able to, I know it's a bit tricky to mute. Yes, to mute when we're not speaking, just so that we don't have the feedback. I don't know. I think maybe the network. But yeah, thank you so much for that beautiful intro. I love it. I think I'm going to laugh a lot today. Just caveat or what that thing is. Just so you know, guys, if you've been watching this show for a while now, you know we laugh a lot. So don't think like we laugh a lot. I think it's one of our signatures, right? So I'm having a good feeling already that this episode is going to be full of laughter. So when you see us laugh, and it's funny how both me or Grace, so when we laugh with the whole of our body. If you see us going like this, just know it is normal. Okay. But thank you so much, Nanchin, for that intro.
So I think the feedback is coming from Nanchin's from her own
Side,
end.
yeah, because when
So
she
what I
mutes,
did earlier, I had to mute her. I had to mute her. So it's okay. I'll unmute you when you want to speak.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, I'll unmute you when you want to
are
speak.
you able to unmute her?
I'm
Okay,
going to,
yes,
yes, I'm able to.
yes, we're able to do that. Okay, okay, fine. That's good then. Thank you. All right, no problem. So I want to start the conversation by telling us how both of you meet. So I don't know who's going to tell that story. I feel like anyways, let me not come to conclusion, but let me know how I
Let her tell the story. I don't remember the story.
I know.
She,
I feel like
she
she's the
knows
one
the
that would say
story.
it to me. Give Jara into it. So please go for it.
Let me unmute her. Okay, I just
Okay.
we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Okay. So about 16 years ago, almost 17. Let's call it 16. I went to EcoBank. I needed to do some things. So when I got in there, I met this very efficient young lady. She was single then. So you see, I'm her senior and she's my senior. I don't know if you get it. Uh-huh. So so I met her. She was very, very efficient. Like she took her time to explain everything and tell me what I needed to do. And every day I was like, I don't think I've met someone this efficient in the bank. And she was very pleasant. She was smiling. She was just so nice. I'm like, is it what I wore? Is it my charm that is just making this lady go the extra mile? Then the next thing I saw her in church. I'm like, you again in my church. I was able to notice her because she impacted me the last time I saw her, the last time we met. And that's something about her. And from there we became friends. Eventually she got married. She married my brother in the church. We accepted her with open arms. And the rest is history. Our friendship grew like the mustard seed, a tiny little seed. And now I believe that, like, for us to be here to discuss this friendship, we've been able to create a safe haven. Like, people see us and they're like, there's just something. I have a note that someone wrote and passed to me 2 years ago in church. The person said, you and Nneka have created a very, very healthy friendship. I don't know what she saw, but she wrote it and passed it to me in church. And I've kept it in my jotter. So the rest is history. I met her almost 17 years ago in the bank, and she was efficient and very pleasant. And she's still efficient and pleasant. So I don't know if I said anything that she doesn't remember.
Absolutely. There are two sides to a coin, right? And it's always beautiful when we hear both experiences in hindsight. So yes, Nneka, tell us what was your own version of the story?
So I don't remember the day she met me. That very experience she's explaining, I don't know it. But I just noticed that, okay, I've seen her in the bank a couple of times. I can't remember the very first time. She's the one that met a special girl, so she has to remember it. So I don't remember the day, but I just noticed that one day I got to the church and I saw her. I think it was the day you're doing, well, was it dedication? I can't remember, but I saw her with a military man, and I was like, what's waiting there occur if as at that time, because I didn't know she was in my church. Funnily, even before I met her, I had met her mom, and her mom just loved me the very first time she saw me. So don't get jealous, auntie. No, she's always jealous of my relationship with her mother, our mother. So So I don't remember the very first time, but we then met in church, and the friendship started growing little by little. One of the distinct things I remember is that once, how I knew she cooks good. One of the period I was pregnant, I think that was my first time of going to her house. She didn't invite me, she didn't give me a personal invitation, but our team in church then, we went to her house for a dedication. Like, it's Shandy, right? It was for Shandy, just nod. Mhm. I don't know if it's for Shandy or something, but all this pregnancy and craving. So when I got there, I didn't get food, and I kept perceiving jollof rice. I said I wasn't going to leave until I got food. You know how shamelessly I said I must eat that food before I leave. So I went and met her mom. I'm like, okay, I've not gotten, just to go. I say, I've not gotten food. That's something that I would ordinarily not do, but pregnancy. So they gave me food. I ate, and I asked that I want some to take home. So they packed food for me, and I went home. And that's how, over time, I even found out that with time, before our relationship got really strong and we got to be part of each other's everyday life, I found out that our kids, one of her daughters, adopted daughters that lives with her, was friends with my younger sister. So I didn't know they were friends. I didn't even know that my children used to go with her kids to her mother's place just behind my house. I didn't know where her mother lived. But our kids even started being friends before our friendship even blossomed to accommodate the whole family and so on. And she's one amazing girl. I know. Let me leave it there.
I love it. I love
Make
it.
your
It's
make
so
your head no swell.
I love it. I love it. Please, I'm laughing too much. Grace, please go ahead.
If you're laughing too much, what am I doing? My jaws, my jaw is aching. And you know why I'm so excited. There are some things you can't fake, and I'm speaking from a place of what I observed. I watched their friendship. I mean, I see them, and I'm like, I was asking that. I want this. I want this. I love this. And for me, we can talk all we want, but there are certain things that when you see, which is what I believe is what transforms the world. And this brings me to the question that I'm going to ask you, because I know this firsthand, and I'm very happy that we're doing this together, because first things first, I know that someone will watch this tomorrow and they will be like, oh, these people blessed me, and I'm taking my friendship from where it is right now to a better place. So the question I want to ask you, and I'm directing the question to Nanchi, um, what do you have to say about um, the beliefs around friendship? So this is, to start a foundation. What's your belief about friendship? What do you think friendship, the belief, or your own personal belief about friendship? Can you share?
Being true and wanting to grow together. Friendship is purity.
Sorry. You may have to start afresh, because at some
Okay,
point you were muted.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Friendship, to me, what I regard as friendship is openness, being vulnerable. Like, you should be able to tell your friend anything, and you should be able to cry when your friend, I mean, with your friend, you should be able to laugh. You're free to be angry. You're just free to be yourself, knowing that whatever it is, the foundation is there. And then friendship again, for me, it's is purity. Friendship is growth. Wherever she is, I always believe that her intentions towards me are pure. So because of that, I'm able to be open with her, go with her, listen to her. When I believe your intentions towards me are not pure, I will not listen to you. So I listen and I act upon some things she tells me. She listens to me too. A lot of things. I mean, if I tell my babe, I call her my babe, she calls me her babe too. If I tell her, babe, please don't use red lipstick today. Let's go pink, let's do this. She will listen. She just feels the reason I'm telling her is for good. So there was something I shared with someone this morning. Anything you eat is either towards growth or destruction. So every step you take towards your friendship will either grow your friendship or destroy it. So for me, friendship is what I believe friendship is openness, purity, and vulnerability. Being able to be vulnerable with your friend. And growth. If you can't grow with someone, or if someone cannot grow with you, you can't stand another person growing or you growing. I don't know if you understand. Then you're not friends.
I
So
love it.
that's my own simple, humble summary.
I love it. I love it. And I see we have some people joining us. If you're just joining, please, if you have a message, you can drop and you can just share what you think would be beneficial to this conversation. So I have a question for you,
Also,
Nick.
if they have a question for our guest, they can ask.
Yes, please. All right. So I have a question for you, Nneka. And the question is: I read something somewhere. Someone said that if you can keep a best friend, then you can keep a marriage relationship. And I'm like, what's the connection? How is that even true? I was trying to rationalize it. And then I did a little research and someone said that yes, because if you have a friend, you quarrel, you fight, you settle, you do all of that, it's like a training ground for you. So that statement, I read somewhere. What do you think about that statement? And if you do, you first things first, do you agree? And if you do, what do you
Absolutely.
think? If you agree, what do you think? Can you shed more light on that particular conversation, on that particular
Okay.
saying?
I absolutely agree with that. And why I agree with her, I agree with that statement is that my bae here has been a strong influence in my marriage too. Her husband, I call her husband my brother. She too calls my husband her brother. And they both know that for both of them to have peace, my brother has to be her friend, and my husband has to be her friend, and her husband has to be my friend. Sometimes when her husband is in time, say, my wife's babe, let me be close to you now so I can have peace. I say that to explain that sometimes, even when I have maybe one or two things that I'm going through, maybe challenges in marriage or things that I need guidance on, or maybe a decision I'm about to take, I run it by her, say, babe, XYZ happened, this and this is what I feel, this is what I want to do. And she goes, if it is my decision is wrong, she tells me, no, you can't do that. If you do it like this, your husband will react this way. Or to be able to keep the family unit together, you have to do this, you have to make this kind of compromise. Especially for us who are in career driven, we are always looking for one new thing to pursue. Like she is. Anything I ever think about I want to do, and I tell her, babe, I just woke up this night and I feel like climbing Kilimanjaro. She will tell me, oh yeah, when are you leaving? It's not even a question of whether I can do it. She asked me when am I leaving, and I'm like, your brother will squeeze face. So when I say this, I say, don't worry, do like this, do like that. She just offers a way how I can present it, and everybody will be fine at the end of it all. And sometimes maybe when I begin to feel guilty as a mom, I'm like, I haven't been around because I find myself traveling up and down, or even if I'm not traveling up and down, working long hours, then sometimes I want to pursue my personal passion, things that brings life, bring me back to life. And I'm like, I'm thinking, oh, some people are suffering. She tells me that even my children need a happy mom, so I should be happy. So we just find a way of I don't know, it's not an encroachment, merging everything, both our friendship, the way we live our family life. I'm seeing that the family unit is strong and prospering while we too do our thing.
This is Masterclass 101. And I'm just going to throw this question out there, and then I'll hand over the mic to the energetic. What I hear, because I remember when Nancy described Nneka, she talked about efficiency. She saw a lady that was efficient at her work and other things that she saw. And I'm also hearing that Nneka is saying that, wise counsel, that's the word that is coming forth for me, wise counsel. So there's someone out there, they love to have friends. What are the key things you'd say? Because I can tell that the two of you have values that you hold there, and you were able to, that's why it's working for you. So what would you say for someone that's looking to be friends, to leverage on the benefits of friendship? What do you think they should look out for when, looking for a friend? I'm throwing that question to Nancy.
Point.
Grace, you need to unmute her.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, so for me, it has to be those key points I mentioned earlier. Is a person vulnerable? Is a person ready to see you grow, like happily ready to see you grow? Is a person like, it's not about whether the person is nice or kind or what. No, you can build friendship on certain things. That's for me. And there are those 4 points I mentioned. Vulnerability, purity. Is a person pure? Is a person a good-natured person? Because there are people that are bad-natured. So being nice and all that comes from a good-natured person. So you check those things. Check if the person celebrates you. Check if the person is vulnerable, like the person can just tell you anything. It will grow naturally. I don't think anyone plans to be friends. I don't think we planned it. It just happened. We didn't sit down one day and say, you are going to be my friend, and we're going to build this friendship on these points. No. It just happened. And as everything kept on going, I saw everything that I love in friendship. I can call her at any time. She's ready to fight for me. Then later she will now ask me what happened. Or if someone is harassing me, she'll just come and pull me from there, and like something that happened just this Sunday. Left to her, she'll follow me home because she felt the person really bruised something that she has working on. Somebody's coming to scatter her teeth. So she was, I could see it in her eyes. Sometimes I try to pretend, but she will catch me. She would just say, how are you, babe? I say, I'm fine. She said, not that one. How are you? Do you get? And I'm able to dictate that too from her own voice. My call, and let me say this. She's always calling to check up on me. I'm not good with my phone and all that. And I know sometimes it annoys her. She will call me and make sure she checks up on me every blessed day. So when she calls, I'm able to know. So the thing just grew. I don't think there are points, but when you just notice all these things, purity, being vulnerable, and being able to just watch your friend grow and you're happy about it, I think you can build on that. But you have to start from not knowing anything. To that.
I love it.
Wow. Honestly, like I really, really love it. And I'm like, this is so good because I mean, for me, what I'm hearing is like there is no one size fit all. But the reason we share these stories is just to help people know that there is no one size fit all. What works for duo A, you know? See people that are that are alluding to your to your comment about phone, right? But why we're sharing this story is to make people know that at the end of the day, two things you said that I want to highlight again in case you miss it, in the sweetness of the story. She said purity, purity. And I think that is so beautiful because when you are of a pure heart, you know, it's easy for other people without you saying a word. People can feel it. They can feel your sincerity, right? And I know that yes, we've seen situations where people with pure heart somehow, just got into a naughty mix of people with ulterior intention, and they're taking advantage of. But we probably that's the exception, right? But I feel like generally, when you have pure dispensation towards people, there's a way it attracts. That's one thing you kept saying, like that purity. And then the other part is the growth part of, are you comfortable seeing other people around you rise without you feeling one way? Because that's one major thing that causes trouble in most relationships, whether friendships, whether business partnership, whether marriage. The fact that the way they met you, we are together, we're running this race together. What's going on? There's gap, and just that ability not to be able to say wow, to be genuinely happy for them, even though there's a little bit of gap in the concept of success. But understanding that at the end of the day, we are all running different races. Even though we are friends, there are different races and there are different timings. And is that sometimes it's high for you, is low for me. And when it's low for me, it's high for you. But I love those two things. And if I'm not taking anything away from this conversation, I'm taking those two things away: purity and genuine, how would I call it now? Happiness for the growth of the other person. And I know you said a lot, and not to make it feel like you are repeating things, but I want to ask, like, if I'm going to throw this question to Nneka, if there was one thing only, say your kids are watching this right now, and you want to tell them one ingredient that you feel is the foundation or the glue that holds your friendship together, are you able to pin it to one thing? Or are you saying, man, it's a couple of things? Or are you be able to say there is one cornerstone where that foundation began? If that thing moves, things might shake. Is there anything like that?
It's a kind of a cocktail. It's a cocktail, I would say. There are a lot of things, but the main foundation, I would say, the understanding we have about how much God loves us. My bae is a very spiritual person. Sometimes when we are going through stuff, or maybe we just want to start a new challenge, we prayed together, we fasted together, then we are starting a new venture. I'm going in for an exam because it's like I write exam every year. I'm going in for an exam and she calls me, be helpful, how have you prepared? Every time I want to write exam, I always feel like I'm not very prepared. She say, let's pray. And we pray about it and we move on. And most of the time, every time, God has always given us victory. She always reminds me that our Father God loves us irrespective of us. And we know that even if I were to be the only one God created, Christ would have still died. That's one thing. We go to church together and we pray together and we just trust God through life and through all the process we've been through. Secondly, I would say on the secular, I would say the major thing is that she's a safe space for me. She's a no competition zone for me. And I can totally be myself before her. I am the one that is very direct. She is the diplomatic ones. Sometimes I make some comments that people will call rash. I don't mean it to be rash. It's just me. I want to get going. I want to know the end from the beginning. She is able to do this with people. I don't know how to do this more often. So, like, there's a comment I made once that she said, "Hey, these are what she did say my day. You will not kill me." So there's this thing about the Bible where I think it was Judas or one of the disciples were telling Jesus that, why did they pour that oil that is too expensive? They could have sold it and used the money too. So the day they preached about that thing, the thing stopped years back. So once after service or something, I can't, was it service day? We were about to leave. So she was having conversation with a lot of people. So, and I was waiting for her. I went to meet her. I said, "Babe, I'm leaving. Oh. We've not spoken today." She was like, "Ah, let her finish." I said, "Please, let's go. The poor you have with you always. Can we leave?" So, can we leave? That scripture looked like, okay, I was belittling the rest of the people, but I wasn't thinking about it that way. She's the only one that understands that. That wasn't how I thought. So she just went like this. She has so many moments like that with me because even recently, 2 Saturdays ago, she was just begging me, say, "Babe, can you sometimes not say some things?" And she knows that I will say then she's the one that I leave to be doing the defending. In short, she has killed me 1,000 times over this kind of thing. And me too, I've killed her 1,000,000 times over a lot of things. So, but the thing for me is that with her, there's no competition. I am safe. I'm open. I can tell her anything without being afraid of judgment. She judges me, but she doesn't judge me in condemnation. She can tell me, "Ah, babe, that thing wasn't good." Or maybe after the event, she can tell me, "You should have done it like this, done it like that." She corrects me in love. And that's how it is. Me, I correct her not with so much love. I correct her directly. Recently, I said I was going to block her. And my daughter said, "Mommy, are you joking? That's practically your only friend." So the thing there is that she truly loves me more than I can ever know. I'll be in church and things that I don't do, she'll pass a note to me. Or maybe somewhere, maybe she listened to something that she feels that touched her, she passes a note to me to say, to write me a good note, something like, "Be you are being 1 in a million for me." No, I'm not. She knows that I'm not mushy mushy like that, but she does it for me. I appreciate it, and I love the fact that she understands what many people don't understand about me. If there's anybody that really, truly, truly gets my essence, she's one of those people. And she's been amazing through the years.
Oh,
Take your wig, no
this is
follow.
It's a make your head no swear, so tell your wig go fall. Oh my god, I love you too. Like the love is palpable. The love is we can touch it, and is giving me true joy. Like I don't know, Yoruba people have an adage that says when you are happy, it's like they will say that a horse can ride inside of you and not stumble. I can feel that kind of purity and joy as I hear you both share your stories, and it's beautiful. And beyond what you are saying is what the people who are joining this call are also saying. And I just want to give some time to that to just read those comments out. And just because it's beautiful because just like Grace said earlier on, some things you cannot fake. This thing you people are saying is not fake. People have experienced you too, and it's a testament, and it's just beautiful. And I want to pick some of the comments in the comment section just so you know people are watching, and so please keep shining your light. And I am jealous of your kids right now because you guys are building a legacy for them, for what true friendship to look like, and that's beautiful. That's the biggest one for me because that's real impact. All right. So Simi says these two just complement each other. I mean, talk about reviews. If this was on Google review, this is 5-star. You know what I'm saying? Nneka says true friendship is both scarce and golden. If you are lucky enough to have one, cherish it deeply. It's not easy to find a friend who loves you unconditionally, and it's even harder to sustain over time. And you guys have done it for over 16 years, going on 17. Kudos to you. Thank you, and keep going. And our prayer is that you will keep going or growing strong. Priscilla says, Just joining you, ladies, and loving what you're saying already. Getting a female friend and nurturing it is a blessing. It's Sister Priscilla. I agree with you. For the longest time in my life, I'm like, I beg, I beg, I beg. I don't want drama in my life. I don't want it. And when I finally opened up, maybe because I don't know, maybe because I didn't have enough references around me or something, or there were things I needed to work on myself. I actually lost, friendship that I was now trying to invest in, and it was painful for me. It was painful. I've only lost one, and I've not been able to truly like get in that like everyday kind of talk. We eat together, we sleep together, we drink together. I've not built that solid again since 2020. Mine happened in 2020. And I'm like, wow, I have a lot of work. So when I hear you guys share this, 16 years no be being so. Pikin wey dem born for 16 years, if na sharp pikin, e don enter university or at least close one leg in. That's a lot of years. That's a lot of fighting. That's a lot of stepping on each other's toes. Do you see? That's a lot of being angry with each other. And we're coming to that. There must be a source. There must be a secret there. Like, how do you resolve conflict? We want to know. But let me take some more comments. Simi John says again, okay, so when she talks about complimenting each other, right? See people sharing their love. Absolutely love you too. Oluwa, wow. Oluwa Mumi Rayo. Oluwa Mumi Rayo. Wow. Some names. Woof. That was good. Man, God made me see joy. Love it. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, look at that. Hey, we don't want third leg. Simi wants to enter this clique. Oh. But thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, so one final one. Priscilla says, I'm open to finding one. I'm a natural nurturer and a loving, loyal friend. Believing God, I attract mine before this year. Amen. You see this thing you just said, Priscilla? This is such a beautiful prayer. Like, we take it for granted to pray for these things. I was reflecting during the week, and I don't know what I've been through a phase recently, and I don't know what I was doing. I'd had a conversation with somebody around what I was going through, and then the hymn came to me, like, oh, what privilege, oh, what things we suffer, like sufferings we have no business suffering, just because we do not take it to God in prayer. So, Priscilla, thank you for sharing. This is important. I pray for you that you will find that safe space in a friendship as your heart desires. And one other thing you both have shared when I asked you the rock solid pillar, and I think for me is the God factor. And we didn't plan this one at all. You are the third duo on this series. And this is one constant thing that we've discovered across board, which is the connection to God. Your belief system are in sync. Your values are in sync. And having that God factor as the center, praying together, understanding the word together, running through your agenda through God, and having that God factor has been a rock solid one. And I just really, really, truly appreciate that. So thank you for sharing. I just needed to take time to appreciate the people who are here online and commenting. Gracie, I know you have more questions. Please go for it. I think maybe you want to ask a conflict question, but yes, please go for it.
We'll go to the conflict part later, and then I'll just I want to quickly share, and so this is coming from a psychological aspect now. So I know that some people say, so I'm reading because I wrote this down. Some people say that, okay, when you get married, your spouse is your best friend, your spouse is your everything and all of that. And at the end of the day, you overwhelm your spouse because you have expectations. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing what we're doing. So from a psychological point of view now, the question I want to ask, and I want you to throw more light, and the reason I'm coming from this angle, is from this psychological aspect is, some of the things that you can share with people that they have this mindset of your best friend must be your husband, your best friend must be your wife, your best friend. So I want you to throw some of the things that a friend can help a spouse achieve that would distress, please pardon me, I'm coming from a psychologist point of view, that would distress the partner. You know how you overwhelm your partner because they are your best friend, you expect certain things from them. So I want you to throw some of the advantages of having a best friend that will help reduce the stress that we put on our partners. And this question is to Nneka, because I understand that you're also a coach, and then you can help through some of these things. So how can you help somebody unpack, a man now that is feeling that you have best friend, I'm supposed to be your best friend, and so how can you help them, that mindset? We want a mindset shift for such a person that is in that space now. Some of the advantages that one, I know we've shared it, we've talked a lot about it, but we want you to help us itemize it so that if they didn't know before now, they would know that, thank God, I need this, I need you to help them unpack, I need you to help us unpack it so that some spouses will know the benefits of having good friendship.
Okay, like we all know, men and women are wired differently. So it's not the way a lady will relate to issues that a man will relate with. They are more logical than women are emotional, generally. Not that men are not emotional. Around here, especially in this climate in Africa, men tend to suppress their emotion because they are raised to be strong, don't show emotion, don't cry, and all that. Very few men around here are able to be vulnerable before anybody, including their spouse. So having a female friend by the side, apart from your husband, there are different levels to relationship. Intimacy, especially sexual intimacy, has its own role. And intimacy with a friend who you're not sexual with has its own role. Because sexual intimacy sometimes becloud your reasoning about a whole lot of other things. So you are hardly very, very, very logical with your sexual partner than you'll be with a platonic friend that you are just out there watching out for each other's growth. So having this friend can do you a whole lot. Don't forget your friend, my friend is married. She too has a marriage and has a prototype she's living. She has things that are working for her in her marriage and things that are not working for her in her marriage. Those things she's able to share with me, and I'm also able to share with her my own life experiences. And as it is, iron sharpeneth iron. We begin to use our examples to help each other do better in our own relationships at home. And another thing it will do for the man is it takes pressure off you. Imagine that I want to go and shop for a wig now. I will tell my husband, enter car, let's go and shop for it. He doesn't know one thing about wig. He will just be bored. And I would feel terrible that, okay, maybe we get there. He will be outside making phone call when I'm going through wig. Who is guiding me? Okay, if we were going to shop for wig, both of us, she will be the one doing the selection. I will just follow her. Then I'll be shouting, babe, this one is too much. Please, I can't pay for this. Drop this. So my husband can't do that for me. Because one, he doesn't know anything about wig. Then there are a whole lot of other things. Like, okay, we are both in our 40s and we are approaching menopause, or we have to learn about those things. You cannot learn it with a man. So there are so many things. You need people of your own kind to be able to navigate a whole lot in life. People who are experiencing what you are experiencing. In pregnancy, you might have pregnancy pets, things you want to do, and things that ail you as a pregnant woman. Your man cannot understand it. A man cannot understand hot flashes. a man will not understand that your ability to build more muscle at this age is reduced. It's a woman you can share it with, and you people laugh or cry about it or lament or you make jest about it. So it's helping the man. Imagine you have to go home every day and tell the man, if you see bone straight now, royal hair is selling it. No man wants to listen to all those conversations, but we can have it on the phone or both physically. So it will help the man. And so also, if your husband has like a male friend that they deal with on issues of life, they can share ideas. Men being logical in reasoning can talk things through. It's not everything that you have energy to pull through with a man, and you can do it with a woman. So the man too should have a friend, and the lady should have a friend. Sometimes I see my children have been telling us, especially our first daughter, that we need to go and have a vacation. I don't know, I've not done it before. I've been begging her, find time, let's go and have vacation. Kids of nowadays, they know what we need more than we that even need it. My daughter is always saying that you and Auntie Nanchin, you people need to travel, just the two of you, and just have some fun. Maybe she's telling me because maybe tomorrow she'll tell me I should come and pay for a trip for her and Shandy. Maybe I don't know. But that's my take.
Another masterclass, I must say. At least innocently, some people don't know these things. Innocently, they may have heard of it, but now you've helped us to unpack it. I'm sure somebody will see things differently. And Martha, shout out to Martha and Priscilla. They are on fire. In the comment section, they are just, the thing they totally them. They sweet them. They're like, yes, yes, no competition zone. So I think the question I'll throw to Nanchi is, okay, we have said all the beautiful things now, we've said all the wonderful things, and we know that for everything that grows, there are struggles, there are issues that you must and I'm not using that word lightly, you must go through. So I need you to help unpack some of the challenges that you both have faced, you faced on this your journey as friends, and then just the challenges. To see that she's seriously thinking about it, that's interesting to note. All right, I'll just keep quiet and listen. Sorry, let me unmute you now. Sorry. Yeah,
Hmm.
you can go.
I'm actually thinking deep. What are the challenges? I won't. I can't say. I can't say. Maybe I won't call it a challenge. The fact that she's very proactive. Sometimes I just like to just relax. You wake me up and just make sure I'm up and about. Will I call that a challenge? No, it's not. It's not. It's not a challenge. I can't really say anything because there's a way this lady is. She's matured. She's able to avoid certain things, and me too. I believe I have that gift. If I already know these are the things you don't like, and I believe that is another thing with friendship, you need to know the things that your friend doesn't like and just avoid it. When you avoid it, then you are able to avoid a lot of challenges. And then when you listen, you remember I spoke about someone that listens. When you listen to your day-to-day conversation, you will know the things that piss your friend off. And it will be wise for you to just avoid it instead of having to do it and then coming together to resolve a challenge. I am privileged, or I was privileged to have listened to her and learned so many things about her, avoid certain things, and just make sure I don't get to that point that we have to sit down and settle. But I don't even think there's anything that will ever make us sit down and settle stuff, except if she wins a particular challenge that she knows about, that is going to be settled up there. That's the only thing that might make me say, but I don't know what she will do that I'll have to sit down. If this is what she thinks about it, then I'm good with it. If this is what I think about it, then we're good.
Babe,
There's no,
Like,
like,
this is amazing. This
this
is
one,
like
no,
this
no, no, no.
this
No.
one. I need an award. We need to create an award for you people, because like, what is this?
No,
Wow,
no.
that's amazing. That's amazing. But while you're talking about this, before we leave this subject matter, right? I'm just thinking, what I hear you say with this thing you said now is understanding boundaries. And I was going to ask, like, did you actively set it? But the way you said this thing now is like both of you are so matured that you're able to, by observation, know what this person doesn't like and don't do it. Maybe you did it once and you saw their reaction, you're like, this person don't like this, I know we'll do it again. But not everybody sabi eyes. Like, you probably will say, you know no eyes, you know nobody. We don't give you eye, don't cut eye, give you cut body, give you until we slap you. You're not going to hear what. So I'm just curious to know, did you two sit down at any point to set boundaries for each other, or did it just happen naturally? Because this your friendship is like, oh god.
So
it happened
I'll
naturally.
speak.
Let me unmute
We,
her.
it's
Okay.
natural. It's natural. We didn't set boundaries, but you just know that when something makes your friend unhappy, you will know. Even she doesn't have to complain. She knows all my own and all the times I nearly killed her. So she avoids it. And me too, I try to avoid the things that piss her off. My day is very soft and kind-hearted, very warm. You know, she's very diplomatic and gives a lot of allowance. So sometimes I overstep those, and sometimes I try to call myself back, because I know that I can even bully her. You understand? I can bully her. When she's stronger than me in a subtle way. As strong as I'm the one that appears like I am hard, but she has this I don't know what to call it. Is it
Calm
juju or
strength.
charm? That
Calm
everything she wants me to do, she finds a way to make me do it. There are some things that ordinarily I'll say, oh, I'm not going to do this. I don't want it done this way. This is the way I want to do it. This is the way I've always planned it, and this is the way it should be. She would allow me be for a while, and several times she will come. Maybe some things I've even said I don't want to do because somebody pissed me off. I don't want to do something I had planned to do for the person. She will come and she will tell me, babe, you have to do that thing. She will bug me until I do it. Then by the time I'm doing it, I'm not actually feeling like I'm doing something I don't want to do. She makes me see reason why I must do it. And it's not, we didn't set any boundaries. She just knows me. She understands that these are no-nos for me. And she tries. And she too, well, I've even grounded her children for my house before. Even down to her kids. There are some things she does that I don't think our kids should be doing. So sometimes I can be in my house and I tell them that they should take phone off XYZ person. I just watch her status and I don't like what she posted. And she will listen and ground her daughter or her son on my behalf. So is that deep?
Oh deep,
put me down. I
oh
want to
deep,
explore from this. I
oh
want
deep, oh deep,
to
oh deep.
just say
This is the deeper. What?
no, 1 hour cannot do this. Like I'm thinking of we need to be, I don't
Wait,
know.
before we go, please, both of you, please write a book for this thing, because there is gold here.
I slow down.
Journal your story, journal your friendship.
She says she's writing a book. I'm waiting for her to release it.
You need to push me, remember. Push me and I'll write it.
Don't worry, I put it in a truck now. I'm pushing.
And AJ, the comment section is on fire, and that's how I know that we need to. I don't know if they would oblige us. We need to bring them back because we've not even scratched. I have a couple of questions that I know would be very beneficial to many people out there. And for me, what I'm just hearing, you people have got this thing to spirituality, parenting, and a lot more. And like I'm having cold shivers.
Goosebump, yes. I think, yeah. I mean, if you ladies can oblige us, like Grace is saying, we can have a part 2 of this conversation next week. Grace, are you still there? Or is it my end? Right? Okay, Gracie is frozen, right? I mean, I would love for us to have a continuation. Like Gracie said, there's still a lot of questions I would like to cover. But I wanted to pin this quickly and I wanted to hear your thoughts about it, this particular comment about a friend keeping, like, how do you, I mean, for you to go, I don't know how you people did it. Like, I feel like your friendship is divine because it can only be God putting you two together and then your heart just binding together and you putting in the work, and it's lovely to see. But if you would have spoken to, if you want to speak to Martha now, I mean, I know probably Martha is maybe just allow this person to be, but if it was not Martha, I mean, Martha could be a grown person now or an adult, but speak to a young person. Are you still with me? Because it feels like the network has shifted everybody off. Okay, so speak to a young person because this is a thing. And for younger people, it doesn't, like, very flimsy things make them start to act up, right? How would you advise, or guide somebody to react in a case like this where a friend kept malice because they did not quarrel? Like, what level of trauma is this?
Okay, Martha is my friend too. Martha is our friend. So, if he was a younger person, I know Martha can handle this perfectly. Martha is very, very knowledgeable, very wise woman. You would want to have a one-on-one with her too. So, but if he were to be a younger person, it's just to be patient. Like, one thing I can say between me and my friend is patience. When I am all the way like this up there, she will just keep quiet and wait for me. As in, go and do finish, she will come and meet me, something like that. It's just patience. If you really like somebody that much and they bring so much value to you, you just be patient with the person and try to offer explanation as soon as they give you the opportunity to do that. It depends. If it is somebody who is unreasonable, there's nothing for you to be doing there. Toxicity is not encouraged in any form of way. For somebody to think about keeping malice because we are not quarreling, is the person's head correct? So it's either you try and wait and explain for the person, or if you see that the person is not a wall you can penetrate, you bounce. Find people who are reasonable. Life is already filled with a lot of ups and downs, so many things to do, so many things to think about. To come and be thinking about how you create a quarrel between you and your friend. For us, not that we don't piss each other off. I said this year was the year I wanted to block her. It was my daughter that laughed. She had a good laugh. She said, "Mommy, please, I should say something else." He said, "That's practically your only friend. If you block her, who will you be talking to?" So that's what my girl told me. That day I was so pissed off. She didn't do any special thing. It was just something minute. So, and she knows me that, and sometimes as it affects our relationship, I'm very, very detailed about the small things. Like she said about telephone, she doesn't stay with phone. When she picks my call, I usually say, praise God though. So you are answering today. We still talk every day, but if she's the one that her battery is always about to die, we can start conversations. Say, they have 5%. I'm like, we live in the same Nigeria. Carry power bank. So, and things like that.
Oh my goodness, please. I think please just help us tell her. Probably her battery has died, and that's why she's off the screen at the moment. So please help us tell her. We would love to have you back on the show next week to finish some of the questions we have. I think you guys have gold here. You've built something beautiful, something monumental, something modeled model worthy, like something people can follow, right? And something a lot of us can learn from, whether young or old. And we would love, love, love to continue this conversation next week again. And just because I feel like there are still some secrets that we can explore, and we want to hear them all, because you guys, no, 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 this is sweet. It's sweeting me in my body, and I know it's sweeting other people here as well. So, yes, if you would oblige us, that would be great. And see, they are saying yes, yes, yes. So even the audience too are saying, please come back. I want to hear you people. Grace, do you want to wrap up for us?
Yes, this was refreshing. It was healing to me. I felt I don't know, but I felt really good, just watching and listening to the two of you. And I know these people, I see them, yeah, and this is how they are impacting me already. So I can tell that many years from now, someone will watch this video and would believe in friendships. And I think one of the reasons we decided to do this is because of the narrative out there. I don't keep friends, so I beg go. I don't, we have so many negative connotations to friendships. And we know that they're about bad people and bad friendships. And we also know that, people struggle, in building or cultivating friendships. But I don't know about anybody else, but I can tell this particular conversation has healed me, has given me hope, knowing that if these people, EJ, you said something that maybe because you didn't see, no one modeled it. And that's why we do what we do on this platform. Because someone, and in science, if one can happen, then there's a possibility, and then there's the probability of a reoccurrence or it happening again and again. So that's why we're happy doing this. And I'm going to hold, because you ladies are busy, but we need to, touch on other areas next week if you don't. And then all the people that joined, you guys also, you ladies, guys also made it very interactive and interesting. That's all I'm going to say. I'm feeling very solemn and very calm, and I want to even go and check my character. That's how impactful. That Grace, go and check. What do you need to adjust? What are the things that you need to improve? Just by listening to you. So just imagine. That's all I can say. EJ, over to you.
Absolutely.
So
I couldn't agree more. Like it's giving us a check. Like, who can say this about me? And how, like, who is that one person that I know that deeply that I can also say this about? If there is none, then there is something that we need to work on. And like I said, not having like references and all of that, but I mean, this is why we do what we do. And this is why, like, your story today is another like seal, to let us know that what we're doing is making a difference, because it's even impacting us ourselves as well as others. And we just really do hope that anyone who is going to watch this particular episode, like the same thing that is being stirred up in our hearts just by listening to Nanchin and Nneka, that I hope that same thing will stir in your heart, and not for you to point a finger at the people around you who are not up to par, but for you to look within and say, who am I? What am I doing? How can I be better? How can I be pure in my intentions? How can I be genuinely happy for people when they surpass me? And the truth is, see, you go fear, sometimes you don't even know yourself until you have somebody so close and they are doing well. Like, you started together and they are doing well, and there's something is shifting. It's okay, observe. When you notice it, then you can deal with it. But don't say, never, me, no. Never say never. When you hear the word never say never, it's not just about saying no, it's reality, because the heart, even the Bible says the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can search it? Not even you. So you need to pay attention to see the level of wickedness you have and nip it in the bud yourself, right? So thank you so much, Nneka. Thank you, Nanchin. Your friendship is gold. I really, truly, from my heart, pray. You said something this year, and when you said that thing, like, just a tiny thing wanted to make you feel like I beg, I go bounce some. but that was the devil, and we scatter. Holy Ghost fire, Holy Ghost fire. We scatter any devil that wants to put any sansa in this, because this is just beautiful. I love the way you guys love each other, and it's lovely. It's beautiful to see. It's beautiful, honestly. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Thank you, Gracie, for bringing
Thank
these amazing
you.
women to the show today. And I hope that we'll see you again next week so that we can, have more insight from you. And thank you to everyone who joined us in the
Hopefully.
comment section. We hope you join us again next week. Please come. You added color and flavor to today's conversation. So please come back next week, okay? All right. This is where we draw the curtain today. We don't want to keep you here because we know you should be working right now. So thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to share your story. I promise you, your story has impacted our lives today. God bless you real good. Guys, this is where we draw the curtain. Please join us again. By the grace of God, Nneka and Nanchin will be here again. And we're going to have another great conversation to wrap up their own stories. And of course, we have more people. And again, I think, like I said, that reference thing, we want to have a couple of those so we can always point people to, like, these people, go and check out these people. No, this friendship, right? So if you have such friendship, right, as well, or another duo that you admire, please tell them, send these videos to them. Like, would you like to share your story on this platform? Share them with us so that they can come share their story and we can impact more lives and change the narrative about friendship. God bless you. Until we come here again next week with this same duo, talking about the secret of friendship and how they've kept together for this long, 16 years counting. This is your voice, your impact. You have a voice. Please use it for impact on this platform. And we love you. Thank you so much for being a part of the conversation today. See you next week. Bye-bye.